Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. Today I will be doing a bit more with EasyBpy module. And apparently this EasyBpy comes with info.text, and this info text give you like the category of functions that you can use in Blender to create a lot of things, like to create objects and how you can add modifier. It's all very useful. So let's try making something, just improvise. So this is the default Blender 3D scene. Maybe I create a text editor here and just drop this here. And so if you want to like some scripting, we can use Python console over here and just get right into it. So import import EasyBpy from EasyBpy import all. Maybe I should make this a little bit larger. Okay. So I imported this little module, and I want to create some things. So start with create. Where's the create? Okay, primitive objects. So we can create cube, for example, and we get a cube, and create Suzanne. We get Suzanne on top of the cube, so we probably want to translate it. So I'm doing this from the console. Move it 3 units. So let's save this as bpy practice EasyBpy. Let's create a donut, right? Let's create a torus and translate it along -3. So what I did was hitting the up arrow so we can go back to previous commands. So we have 3 objects. What else can we do here? So we have our objects is named cube, Suzanne, and torus. So that's like the default. Maybe we can start making material. So create material or material. So this one is to check if the material is existing. Create material. What is this one for? Name. Okay. Create material with the name red, green, blue. So this command is actually really interesting. It makes this material creations very fast and easy. So we have material. It's not applied to our objects yet. So in order to do that, we need to assign material for our objects. So materials, create materials, get materials, add materials to objects. Okay, add materials to objects. So it says we need to give it a reference and the material name. So maybe we do it this way. Okay, we miss. Okay, it seems to be working. Right, so let's check it out very quickly. So apparently the material did get assigned. Cool. Now we need to make changes to the material color. So let's see, file save. We need to get the material, right? So this get material red. I think we can do it this way. Red material. So I'm creating a variable get material red, and we can change things like diffuse color to, this is red, right? RGB and the alpha value. There we go. Green material. So we can give variable on the fly. If we put it inside variable, we can actually do this dot and auto filling. Blue material equal get material. So I'm starting to get a hang of this. Okay, red, green, and blue. Right, from this point on, what else can we do next? Maybe add a modifier, right? Select objects and add modifier, transformation, modifier, add modifier, get modifier, add modifier, reference, name, and ID. Alright, so that's, I haven't tried this one. We need probably info. So let's say we are doing it manually. This is what we get. So reference, name, and ID. Let's try Suzanne. Name and ID. There. Suzanne is actually getting a subdivision surface. What you also notice that they are kind of still faceted. So we need, normally we just right click and then shade smooth. Let's try doing it using EasyBpy. Oh, this one? Yeah, we need to somehow click on it and it's gonna update. And then we have shade smooth, I believe. Reference none. All right. So from here, normally it's a nice idea to be able to select them all and kind of randomize things very quickly. And you can do that, of course, with code and interface for your user. However, I'm gonna switch to SVerchok now. SVerchok is node-based, and of course, it's gonna give you visual control over what's happening in the scene. So SVerchok object ID is the one that I often use for this case. So we can select objects by its objects or by material, for example. I think this one is super useful. Not always obvious. So it's grabbing blue, green, red material. And the material, of course, have things like diffuse color and the value that we can randomize. Then I found this to be really easy to do. So what I just did, of course, I'm plugging 5 random float value into the hue color of the diffuse color of the materials of whatever in the scene. So all of the material actually. So it says 5 materials, blue, green, red, and other materials that's kind of hidden. We can actually filter that. So we can filter our material. Say we just want to change red. Okay, it's going to give us this red. We can randomize material red, which is now a different color. Or we just change it to green. I don't know if it's working like this. It's not gonna work like that. But if you want to make changes to all of them, you just do it this way. Change the saturation value, and yeah, I think this is really fun to do. So eventually I want to do this maybe using UI interface. So currently I think I need to learn more a little bit on that, but EasyBpy actually does this very easily and quickly. So assigning modifier, create objects, create material, assigning materials to our objects. We can shade it. We can change the origin, make changes to the transform. So randomizing objects also. So if we ever wanted to do that, objects value. Okay, this because this is the materials. So this is kind of like a get selections of all the objects in the scene. So let's see if we still have EasyBpy, maybe. Okay, select. So I have 2 objects selected. It's only say Suzanne. Or it's only selecting the selected objects, not supposed to. This one is actually active objects and 3 objects being selected. Sometimes it's confusing a little bit. Select all meshes. Okay, select all meshes. It's selecting all the mesh. But if you want to make changes here to the scale, for example, we might need to go to transformations. Okay. Scale. Oh, that's actually getting the scale. Okay, scale along. Scale vector 1, 2, 3. Okay, scaling works only for the last selected objects in this case. So with SVerchok, this should actually work as well. There you go. So SVerchok is actually really good for this kind of thing. Especially with object ID. It's doing it on the fly, and if you want to reset this, of course, manually, options, we can do it this way, or we can use our own SVerchok node, plug into this guy. Okay. So that's 3 ways we are actually interfacing with a Blender, with a 3D view. Manually, using EasyBpy Python script, pattern model, and also using SVerchok Node 3. So yeah, still kind of the basics, but I think once you get familiar with this, it can be pretty powerful, and you can really like lay out 3D models in the scene very quickly using codes, and then make modification using nodes, things like that. So right, so hopefully you find this useful. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.